Or maybe the one after? Sorry, kids. Guess we've got a little further to go after all. But it's worth it. We're gonna be camping right in the untamed heart of the greater Higsquatch Natural Scenic Forest Recreational Backcountry Wilderness.
Wow!
Yes, sir, we'll be roughing it. Just like our pioneer forebearers did when they arrived here in covered wagons 200 years ago.
You betcha. Ooh, there's nothing like roughing it.
We're roughing it.
Getting back to nature. Roughing it. We're gonna have to make do. We're roughing it. No creature comforts. Roughing it. Just me and you. No pillow. No sheet. No nice warm bed.
Just an old sleeping bag.
And a log for my head. Tonight we'll sleep inside a tent. No roof. No rules. No rules.
No rent.
It sure sounds good to me. We're roughing it. Roughing it. Camping in the woods down among the evergreens. Just like a pioneer. Talking to the chipmunks and the rabbits and the higgly deer.
Living off the land like a mountain man.
Building a cabin with my own two hands. Fresh air and sunshine. And lots to do. Well, it sure sounds good to me. We're roughing it. Roughing it. No fridge. No stove. No microwave.
We'll have to cook all our food in the fire we made.
No TV. And no radio. We'll have to look at the stars to put on a show. It sure sounds good to me. We're roughing it. Getting back to nature. Roughing it. We're gonna have to make do. We're roughing it. It's just me and you.
Hey, what do you know? We're here. So what do you think, kids? Beautiful, isn't it? And smell that clean mountain air. There's nothing like it.
Dad, is this the place we're gonna camp?
It sure is, Kip. See, we'll pitch our tent here, picnic over there, and build a nice big campfire right over there. And we know what campfires are good for.
Campfire stories?
Righto, Kip.
I love campfire stories. Me too. What story are you going to tell us this year, Mr. Kip's dad? I sure hope it's spooky. But not too spooky, please. No creak sounds, or dancing skeletons, or candlesticks that start floating through the air. Okay? Hey, Dad, why don't you tell us a campfire story right now? Yeah!
I'd love to, kids. But you can't have a campfire story without a campfire. And we can't have a campfire until we've set up our camp.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go, let's go, let's go!
There you go. Attaboy. Easy, easy, and great. Now we just add the center pole. I'm okay.
Oh, there!
Good job, Kip. What do you think, Kip?
Perfect, Dad.
That's exactly what I was thinking. How's everybody else doing?
Fine, Mr. Kip's dad. Just blowing up these air mattresses. This is even softer than my bed at home.
Wow, Wayne. Did you bring all that for a weekend campout?
Weekend? I thought we were just here for tonight. I've only got one backup lens brush. And where's my miner's hat? Miner's hat? With headlamp, in case I have to make a trip to the you-know-what in the middle of the night. Hey, there's your miner's hat. But where do you think it's going? Maybe it's trying to find the you-know-what, so it'll know the way for later. Fran!
Oh, I was thinking it had gotten dark a smidge early.
I guess it's that time. Huh, Dad?
Time to turn in.
No, Dad. Time for the spooky, but not too spooky, campfire story.
A story, eh? Okay. Did I ever tell you about the headless hooligan of Higgly Hollow?
Yeah.
Well, how about the sleepwalking gopher?
We heard that one too, Mr. Kip's dad. And the itchy hitchhiker.
Dang! I was deliberately saving up the itchy hitchhiker so I'd have something for tomorrow night. I think I've told you guys every last story I know.
Come on, Dad. You can think of something.
Well, let's see. Once upon a time,
Dad, what was that?
well, probably just old Higsquatch.
Higsquatch?
Yeah, you know, the legendary creature that lives in these woods. Don't tell me you kids have never heard the story of Higsquatch.
Can't say it rings a bell.
Well, in that case...
Higsquatch! Squash.
First time that I heard of him was many long years ago. Next came a so-called eyewitness report, and the story started to grow. Then lo and behold, a bounce print was found. Was it alien, beast, or man? And to this day, they were never sure, and that's how the legend began. Some people say that he's just a bear. Others think he's more of an otter. Some people say he only eats snails and drinks nothing but salt water. He was sighted up in Alaska once by Eskimos on night watch. And even down in old Mexico, they know the name Higglytown. They say he ran for president once, and you know, he almost won. A law and order candidate, a straight-shooting son of a gun. Stories come and stories go, they're here and then they're gone. But the legend of old Higsquatch goes on and on and on.
Higsquatch.
That was the best campfire story ever, Mr. Kipstaff. But is Higsquatch real?
Real? Well, nobody really knows. Some people think they've seen it, and a lot of people think they've heard it. But nobody's been able to prove it one way or the other.
Did you ever see it, Dad?
I thought I did once. I was here camping with my father. Gosh, I must have been about your age, Kip. It was really, really late at night. Suddenly, I heard a noise. And when I peeked out of my tent, I caught a glimpse of something disappearing into the trees.
Was it Higsquatch?
I was sure of it. But in the morning, my dad said it was probably just a sleepwalking gopher or that itchy hitchhiker.
We believe you saw him, Dad. Yeah!
Thanks, kids. But unless someone else sees Higsquatch too, we'll never know for sure.
Hey, I know. Why don't we stay up tonight and try to see Higsquatch? Then you'd have proof.
Once and for all, don't you know?
Well, they do say that when the moon is bright like tonight, Higsquatch comes down from his cave up on Big Higgle Mountain to go swimming in Higgly Frog Lake, and the path he always takes leads right through this campsite. If that's true, and if Higsquatch is real, all you'd have to do is wait right here and you'd see him.
So let's do it! Yeah! I'd wait up with you, but all that storytelling got me plumb tuckered out. Oh. But be sure to wake me up if you see him.
Stay alert, kids. Higsquatch could show up any time now. And if he does, remember, stay calm. We don't want to startle him.
Ah! Who is it? Who's there? Higsquatch!
Hey there, little buddies.
Pizza guy? What are you doing here?
Just delivering a mock ferret and weaselberry pizza to some party-hardy night owls. What, did you think I was the itchy hitchhiker?
We thought you might be Higsquatch.
Higsquatch? But I thought that was just a tall tale or a myth or something. It's not real, is it?
Nobody knows. But if he is real, he's supposed to come right through this very campsite tonight.
This campsite? This tonight? Isn't that something? Well, I sure wish I could stay around and watch the fun, but, mozzarella waits for no man! Later, dudes! So how are you kids holding up?
A-okay, Dad. Super A-okay. Right, Wayne? No problem here. I'm too afraid to fall asleep. How about you, Yubi? 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 Huh? What? Is it Higsquatch?
Sorry, Yubi. No Higsquatch yet. I think you just fell asleep.
Me? Asleep? No, I was just resting my eyes. Ooh, resting my eyes. That sounds really, really nice. No, Twinkle, don't. We can't close our eyes. Right, Dad?
Rightio, Kip. Not if we want to stay awake. Sleep calls you now, but you don't have to go. Stay awake to see if there will be a midnight show.
To sleep here in a sleeping bed wouldn't be so wrong. But we must stay awake to keep a lookout all night long. Don't close our eyes, don't start looking at our dreams. Not even for a second, as lovely as it seems. Cause if you let your guard down, you must understand that you'll be on the sleeper car express to Slumberland.
Don't think of your fluffy pillow, so soft under your head. Ignore your thick warm blankets or you'll want to snooze instead. If you tuck yourself in for even a bit, if you snuggle way down deep, if you let yourself get comfy, well, you might just fall asleep.
Dreams call us now, we all refuse to go.
We're staying awake to see what the moonlight has to show. Yes, sleeping by the fire would be such a sweet delight. But you must all stay wide awake until the morning light. Yes, stay awake until the morning light.
See? That's all there is to it. I guess it's just you and me now.
That's right, Kip. Just you and me.
Good gravy!
What are you all doing down there? And where did this hole come from?
It's really big.
If I didn't know better, I'd say it was somebody's bounce print.
Somebody's very large bounce print. Squash! It must have come from this way. Hey, and there's more prints going right down to the edge of the lake.
Am I wrong? Or could this be a bathing cap crudely sewn together out of leaves?
And if I were forced to guess, I'd say these were homespun swimming goggles.
And since bathing caps and swim goggles are used for swimming, then Higsquatch was here. I can't believe we fell asleep and missed him. But don't you see? It doesn't matter. The bounce prints, the cap, the goggles. Now we've got proof Higsquatch is real. Yay!
I hate to rain on your parade, kids.
Wow, do you really think there's going to be a parade too? Yay!
No, wait! I mean, I hate to put a damper on the celebration, but I'm afraid all this doesn't really count as proof.
But why not?
Well, some folks might claim that we faked all this. You know, made these things ourselves.
So to prove that he's real, we'd have to show them something that only Higsquatch could make?
Yep.
But where are we gonna get that? Oh, I know! We'll get it from Higsquatch, of course. Because if there's one thing he makes, it's hair. Lots and lots of beautiful hair all over his body. So all we have to do is get Twinkle of Perry, hairstylist to the stars. That's me, to open a small but very fancy salon on Big Higgle Mountain, which all the animals with beautiful hair will just have to go to, especially Higsquatch. Oh, me like. When I'm finished, he'll be a whole new Higsquatch. And we'll have Higsquatch hair to send to Dr. Theodore Strudel, the world-famous Higsquatchologist. Dr. Strudel, who everybody knows is a Higsquatch expert, will take one look at the hair and say, Yarika! Higsquatch is real!
My, that's quite a hair-raising idea there, Twinkle. But I'm afraid you're forgetting one thing. Higsquatch is very, very shy. The idea of him just waltzing into some fancy-schmancy salon without an appointment? Oh, it just wouldn't happen.
Aw, Pickles, this is terrible. If we can't find a way to prove Higsquatch is real, no one will ever believe us. And if no one believes us, they'll always think it was just our overactive imaginations. What are we gonna do? Maybe there's someone who could help us. Someone special. Someone special, who could it be? This job's too big for you and me. We need some help. But never fear-o. It looks like a job for a Higglytown hero. A Higglytown hero.
I'm a Higglytown hero, brave and true. I help the town with the things I do. So work real hard and you will see that you can be a hero. Just like me. A hero just like me. I'm a photographer and what I do is take pictures to show you. Using cameras, film, and light, I make photos day or night. Photos can be works of art. Some are news, some tug at your heart. Some are memories of our friends or trips we wish would never end.
Do you ever get a call to take pictures super small? And what if things we buy too fast for the human eye?
If you're moving super quick, movie cameras do the trick. Or if science is my topic, I'll use a lens that's microscopic. It is kind of, isn't it? I'm a Higglytown hero, bold and good. I help my friends just like I should.
So work real hard, that's what we'll do, so we can be a hero, just like you. A hero just like you.
So, I understand there's a legendary creature around here who's a tad on the shy side, and you'd like to get some solid proof that he's for real?
Yeah!
Okay, Then here's what we're going to do. I'm going to set up my camera right about here and aim it towards the lake.
The lake that Higsquatch likes to go swimming in?
Right. Then I'll just run a tripwire across this path, which I'll hook up to the camera. When and if Higsquatch comes through, he'll trip over the wire, which will turn on the camera and click, take his picture. And before you know it, you kids will have a photograph of your legendary friend for the whole world to see.
So what are we waiting for? For nighttime? Oh, yeah, nighttime.
Well, we're all set.
Yep, nothing to do now but play the waiting game.
Huh?
The waiting game. The waiting game. We could easily be here all night.
Higsquatch! Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Ooh, now, don't get your hopes up. It could have been a gopher or a hitchhiker or anything.
It's him! It's Higsquatch! I mean, isn't it, Dad?
Oh, there's no mistaking that large, hairy humanoid form. To think that after all these years of wondering and doubting, I was right all along! I did see Higsquatch! He is real!
Yay! Thanks, Ms. Photographer. We never could have done it without you.
Anytime, kids. Taking photographs is fun, not to mention a great souvenir to bring home for all your family and friends. So, if you kids always remember to share your photographs with the people you love, then you too will be
Higglytown Heroes!
It looks like my work here is done. Next stop, the South Pacific, where I'll be photographing the laughing clams of Pago Pago for Mollusk Monthly magazine. I'll see you later, kids!
Goodbye, thanks,
Who'd have thought? An actual photograph of Higsquatch.
I bet this will be on the front page of the newspaper. And on television, too. We're gonna be famous. Right, Dad?
Well, Higsquatch will be famous.
Yep, and folks will come from all over the globe just to get a peek at him.
Whoa!
Yeah, and it'll be great for tourism. There'll be motels and souvenir stands all over the place. Probably a 4-lane highway instead of that old twisty road.
With big orange tour buses? Sure, and there'll be all these scientists, too, who set up a field lab right inside his cave so they can study Higsquatch day and night. I guess Higsquatch better get over being so shy, huh? Poor Higsquatch. We can't do this to him.
Nope, the big fella needs to be left alone.
So I guess there's only one thing to do. Right, Dad?
Right, son. Higsquatch will have to be our little secret.
Well, I don't know about you kids, but all I want to do right now is hit the hay and get some shut-eye.
Don't you just love the clean mountain air, Dad?
I sure do, Kip. I sure do.
Not bad.